Introduction. The Maratha Empire was built on the concept of Swaraj as propagated by Shivaji. In his pursuit to gain command over Deccan, Shivaji had his eyes set on Javali, a territory that provided strategic advantage to its controller. When Shivaji took over Javali by force and Adil Shahi gained awareness of Shivaji's actions, he sent his trusted general Afzal Khan to handle the situation. When Shivaji killed Afzal Khan, it brought legitimacy and authority to his name. Shivaji took further his principle of Swadeshi Raj. Shivaji's successful campaigns enabled him to impose Chauth and Sardeshmukhi on the Mughal-controlled areas of Deccan in exchange for protecting them from foreign invasions. Escaping from Agra, Shivaji sent a message to Aurangzeb that he was not a mere zamindar and held larger ambitions of territorial expansion. Boundaries of the Maratha Empire expanded and contracted over a period of time before being established for a brief period time until Shivaji's death. This unit provides an understanding of the developments that took place as a part of Shivaji's strategy to bring more territories under his control. It specifically deals with his relations with Adil Shahi and Mughals, along with Coronation and Karnataka expedition. Relations with Adilshahi, Javali and Afzal Khan episode and its importance. Before establishing his authority over a vast area of land that became the Maratha territory, Shivaji was a vassal of Adil Shahi of the Bijapur Sultanate. The area of Javali was one of strategic importance for anyone who wanted authority over Deccan. In 1650, it was ruled by Chandra Rao Mo, who was also a vassal of Adil Shahi. The ruler of Javali also commanded the area of Konkan. Shivaji in 1656, analyzing the strategic importance of Javali, forcibly captured Javali. Shivaji was keen on a swift expansion of his territory and had captured many other regions by the time. His ambition of ruling over a vast area had started taking shape. It was with the capture of Javali that Adil Shahi started doubting the intentions of Shivaji. In order to keep a close watch on Shivaji's ambitions, Adil Shahi sent his trusted general Afzal Khan to the area of Javali to control the situation. There was a demonstration of power from Afzal Khan's side in Javali, who was supported by Vitoji Habat Rao, the Deshmukh of Gunjan Mawal, and Khandoji Khopde. The march of Afzal Khan's army with important supporters had an adverse impact on Shivaji's dream to capture vast territories. He therefore started strategizing against Afzal Khan. Shivaji realized that if he was not able to control Afzal Khan's show of strength at this point of time, then it would be really difficult for him to build an empire. In the meantime, some sources suggest that he was invited by Afzal Khan to the Bijapur court. Shivaji sent his trusted noble to Adil Shahi's court and tried to find out the real reason behind the interest that Afzal Khan had shown in inviting him to the Bijapur court. According to sources, some people in the court of Adil Shahi said that Afzal Khan was treacherously inviting Shivaji in order to arrest him. Shivaji was doubtful of attending the meeting in the court and decided to opt out of it. There are a number of sources like Sabhasad and Chittani's Bhakhar which say that the generals of Shivaji instructed him to establish peace with Afzal Khan as he was a strong opponent. Other sources like Afzal Khan Vadh and Shiva Bharat, which has its own biases, are of the view that Shivaji was promised victory by goddess Bhavani in his dream and therefore he decided to confront Afzal Khan and either win against him or die in the fight. Armies were summoned from close generals of Shivaji. He made complete strategies by winning some of the generals and people from Afzal Khan's side, and then he pretended to organize a meeting with Afzal Khan to discuss the differences and settlement in Javali, which was located at the base of Pratapgarh fort. There are a number of contemporary sources which talk about the meeting and give different versions of the number of bodyguards taken by either parties or who instigated the fight. Despite differences in details of the meetings, the fact remains that Afzal Khan was killed by Shivaji and his party at the meeting. The killing of Afzal Khan by Shivaji was a watershed moment in the history of building the Maratha Empire by Shivaji. The death of Afzal Khan and the victory of Shivaji in the scuffle that had rose due to authority over Javali captured the contemporary public imagination of the Maratha poets and storytellers. The fight between two sides on the question of territorial authority was looked upon simply in communal terms by many, and it was projected as the ultimate victory of Hindu over Muslim. In Maratha language there is an idiom. Hota Jiva Mahanun Vachla Shiva, because of Jiva, Shivaji was protected. The story goes that Afzal Khan wanted Shivaji to be the vassal of Adil Shahi and he stabbed Shivaji before leaving the tent, but Shivaji was protected by his armor. Then Afzal Khan's companion Saeed Banda attacked Shivaji, who was killed by Jiva, Shivaji's bodyguard. However, there are some contemporary sources which plant the blame of the episode completely over Shivaji's treacherous ways. Mughal chronicler Khafi Khan in his text Muntakhab al-Lubab claims that it was not Afzal Khan who attacked Shivaji, rather it was Shivaji who treacherously attacked Afzal Khan. The British sources also explain heavy damage done to Afzal Khan's army who was stationed near the fort. Historically, the real reason for breaking the peaceful meeting and the killing of Afzal Khan is not known, but Afzal Khan was beheaded and sources vary over the question of the weapon used to kill him or who actually killed him. The episode of Shivaji, as an aspiring ruler of a vast territory killing an able and established General Afzal Khan of the Bijapur Sultanate, was a game changer for the establishment of the authority of Shivaji. Shivaji's idea of Swaraj for the empire that he was about to establish found a legitimate claim in his victory against Afzal Khan. The popular narrative in the contemporary society of Shivaji being a savior of the original inhabitants against the Muslim invaders, and the dichotomy between self-rule and foreign rule, was important for the formation of a strong Maratha empire. The Afzal Khan episode is an important one in Maratha history, and if the events would have taken place otherwise, the history of Shivaji's empire could have been different.